Here with a Hien with Gruul Aggro. I think we'll try it. Obviously one-landers are risky, but between this... Okay, we're up against some type of graveyard deck. Got it. Third Shaman. Stitcher Supplier. 1, 2, 3. Play the 2/2 and go. Probably some type of Insidious Roots nonsense, be my guess. Just with what we're seeing so far. One, two, three. Yep. Insidious Roots confirmed. Don't think my opponent realizes this is not going to end well for them. Yeah. Card randomly has text. It shouldn't, but it randomly has text. Alright, what scoops? We're in the graveyard nonsense. Don't think we need Witchstalker Frenzy. It's 4, 8, 12. 20 creatures. Pick your poison to hit some of their, like, Insidious Roots and Agatha Soul Cauldron. I think Ferocydon's just not the fight we want to be fighting this matchup. And Magebane Lizard doesn't kill any of their stuff, so... As much as it was, as we kept the one lander last game, can't really keep the green source all red spells hand, so. No creatures, a little bit of interaction, can't really keep. It's a very painful hand, but I do think we keep it. I got Atarkas and Blossoming defense. We'd go ahead and take turn 1 to deal with Deathrat Shaman. Scrappy Scrounger. Scrounger can't block, so we go ahead and get the 1 damage in. Soul-Scar Mage. Kind of need to start drawing spells. No locks. That is a card that might necessitate leaving in some amount of removal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the annoying part about Tyvar and Priest is they can do nonsense like this because this gives everything basically haste. How's that worded exactly? This is 2 life. Damage Tyvar, 1 damage to their face. We'll put this minimally to 1. Just doesn't do enough here. Alright, Fiend Artisan maybe makes me reconsider what we have. Something lighter red. We have our copy or 2 of chased yourself out? Oh, I thought you had...
No.
Alright, the sand isn't ideal, but we'll roll with it. Kumano faces Kakkazan. I think we gotta give him a turn of the Deathroot Shaman, unfortunately. Okay, I do have a Stitcher Supplier. I hit a land. Oh, isn't that lovely? Okay. Sure. Mm-hmm. There's almost no creatures to get back from the graveyard at the moment. Hopefully they don't have a way to deal with Jiggy. Mm-hmm. Okay. One Angry Elk, Smashing Face. Match 2 on play. And it's pretty reasonable overall, so question is, which one do we lead on? Lead on Kumano, technically. Good old-fashioned. It's a 2/3. It's a counter. Good. Dos, tres, cuatro. Opponent's got a spell pierce. Okay, sure. This will probably get countered, so see if they go for a counter or if they go for Okay, that and that. I wonder if we'll get to see why they have green in their deck. Guess they could have Questing Druid, possibly. Okay, so they're dead. No subtleties or force of negation nonsense in this format, so 12 different ways to kill them here, so. Hooked on Phoenix. Yep, that seems reasonable. Don't really like to play with fire too much in this matchup. And then all right. Yeah, hand seems fun. Lead on that into Kumano. I mean, they have Spell Pierce, I guess. Mm-hmm. Mage Bane Lizard. Boom. Why this creature's a 1/4, I almost won't understand, but okay. Well, I mean, go ahead and blast that. Deal ourselves a bunch of damage here. Alright. Probably should have left up Blossoming Defense, but sure. Here comes Treasure Cruise, here comes Treasure Cruise, right down Treasure Cruise Lane. Kind of annoying card to play against, yes it really is. Where would I be? I love a woman. Probably could have gone for the kill there, but I seriously have just for pick your poison. Spell Pierce or another kill spell. Okay. And their opponent explodes. Alright, final match for this video. Can't keep the 4-lander. Can't keep the 0-lander. So yeah, this is admittedly pretty bad, but turn 1, kill your thing. Or not. Okay. Yep. Sure. It's like an attempt at, is it prowess basically? Definitely not a whole lot for the pseudo mirror match. I guess this could be like, is it prowess with treasure cruise? I guess that makes some amount of sense. Okay. I mean, Soul-Scar Mage makes just about any burn spell pretty dang good here. Okay. Well, it draws a plate with fire, which kills Swiftspear. presume they're going to go after Slickshot with Play with Fire here. The response, deal with that. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. All right. Nice to get there. So, can we assume out of our opponent's deck? I don't even know. Probably want Magebane Lizard, Clothis, couple copies of Pick Your Poison maybe. Go down some of the more we don't know if our opponent is going as deep as Treasure Cruise, but there isn't really a whole lot of reason to play something like Is it without playing Treasure Cruise? So maybe we're supposed to bring in more of the Graveyard Hate. Yeah. Yep. Kind of situations where we get all out of trouble. This is even our best course of action here. Depends on what their last card. Of course, it's a Lutz. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright. If we drew a spell, we die, I guess. And GG. Alright, so this deck was a little bit off the beaten path from what we've been playing, mostly on the channel. Obviously, Quatoria's combo, a little bit of mono green, some Phoenix lately, etc. It is, however, very akin to what I've been playing in the modern format on the MTG Nexus channel. And that is, Gruul Prowess, basically. You have Swiftspear, you have Soul-Scar, you have Slickshot, and then you have Kumano faces Kakkazan, basically as your creatures, as well as Questing Druid. I think the power of this deck is just the ability to win from basically nowhere. You have the, pound your opponent into the pavement with Slickshot or Swiftspear or Soul-Scar fairly quickly. You also have a decent grindy plan with Questing Druid. I think this deck is pretty interesting. I understand the point of Witchstalker Frenzy, and that mainly being dealing with something like what is the name of this stupid vampire thing? May as well just look. Vein Ripper. Yeah, that's fine. But I understand needing to have a main deck thing, although I do wonder if, somehow shaping up your removal spells wouldn't be a little bit better. Not that there's a ton of really efficient removal for red. The Explorer / Pioneer format doesn't have something like Unholy Heat or even Lightning Bolt to really leverage. So most of your decent removal spells are either this or something like Wizard's Lightning, and then 2 mana just kind of becomes very meh. Obviously you have Audacity and Monstrous Rage to push damage through, Tyvar Stand and Blossoming Defense to protect your creatures, Atarka's Command when the team goes wide to deal a lot of damage, Questing Druid, part beater, part card advantage, and then obviously Witchbane Stalker. The list that I originally pulled this from didn't have Jegantha. They had a copy of Atarka's Command instead in the sideboard. I really just think Jegantha is kind of a freebie. It might give away a little bit of information about what deck you might be on, but still I think having this extra beater in a deck that, against attrition decks you need a little bit more threats is fun. far as the sideboard, I mean, we basically brought in everything. Rending Volley is, decent in the matchups it's good in. Spirits, angels, humans. There's a few decks that this is good against. Not as much as you see as you used to, but still pretty reasonable card and can be okay against Phoenix, dealing with either Leisure Shredder or Thing in the Ice, depending on what build they're on. Rampaging Frostodon as additional anti-life gain stuff against Amalia combo. 4 copies of Pick Your Poison. I thought this card was a little overrepresented in Pioneer. I've been seeing it in a bunch of sideboards. I'm just like, why is this card showing up? And then you realize that there's just all kinds of arbitrary things like Kumano or Slickshot Show-Off or Leisure Shredder or copies of Vein Ripper. This blows up things against mono green, whether it be Leyline, etc. So a lot of reasons to have this card in your sideboard. I thought it was maybe a little overrepresented in the format, but it's certainly shown its thing. And then Unlicensed Hearse and Klothys. We played against Phoenix, obviously, and then against the Insidious Roots deck, so these cards both came in. I do like a 1 or 2 of Klothys, especially in formats where it's not the easiest thing to deal with. That said, I mean, Pick Your Poison is, kind of a clean answer to it, making it a little bit worse, especially when your opponent might bring in maybe your Kumanos or your Slickshot Show-Offs anyway. But I think if I would continue to work on this deck a little bit more, I'd probably try to clean up what removal spells I'd want to run and, maybe streamline the deck just a tiny bit. Especially for, pseudo-mirror matches, etc. Play with Fireball obviously is never a completely dead card, but still, maybe not the best in certain situations, but still clean answer to Mandor, clean answer to Gruul Prowess creatures, as long as you time the spell right. So that is Gruul Prowess, Gruul Smash, whatever you want to call it. I kind of like this deck today, if I'm going to be completely honest, but kind of hard to argue with a 3-0. Was it 3-0-6-0? May very well have been 3-0-6-0, so hard to argue with that. But as always, if you like exploring Pioneer content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you for our next video.